Hi, my name is Kate McStraw and I'm the producer of Breathing Room. Breathing Room is a multi-sensory kinetic art installation which was dreamt up by the artist Anna Berry. And what you can see behind me is the culmination of 7 years of development for the artist alongside many collaborators that she's worked with since 2014. And we're actually here in our world premiere at the moment at Milton Keynes International Festival. Milton Keynes International Festival are actually one of the main supporters of the work. They've co-commissioned it alongside our core commissioners, Unlimited. And Unlimited are funded by Arts Council England to support the work of disabled artists in the UK.
So the whole thing is constructed of initially a large metal armature that's bolted together, a little bit like giant Meccano. And then inside that there are little individual frames that form the geometry of the inside. These were fabricated at 101 Creation Space. And then we have this beautiful, elegant mechanism. There's one motor for each quarter that's attached to one long axle that then is attached to various ratioed gears, but ultimately each section just works with a simple reciprocating lever. And then inside of that are mounted flexible rods. That's what allows us to have the movement back and forth. And then on the rods are our cones, which are all individually threaded for every installation. One of the interesting things about how the movement works is that from the outside you can see it's actually a movement on one plane back and forth with each lever. On the inside, because of the large and small configuration of the cones, it seems like a blooming, opening movement, so it kind of fools the eye a little bit. What I'm trying to cultivate with the piece is to change people's experience of space around them, of the world around them, and in doing so, change their consciousness, change their conscious experience in as much as you can without actually being on drugs. And not in a scary or unnerving way, but hopefully in a way that is profoundly moving for people. The piece is designed so that on the inside it feels incredibly organic, and that gives you a sense of the uncanny, because having been on the outside and seen the contrast with such a hard mechanistic apparatus, and then when you are on the inside you realise that this sense of the organic is being created by something overtly mechanistic, and it gives you really a sense of the uncanny.
We are doing this 360-degree sort of virtual reality capture at the moment because it's really important to us, to Anna as an artist, to create work that is as accessible as possible. And we're really aware that coming out to see artwork in person can actually present a lot of barriers to people. So hopefully this gives you a flavour of Breathing Room from your own home. And also maybe it will encourage you to come and visit it in person if you can, because we'll be touring it across the UK and hopefully globally in the future. And what I'm always struck about when I'm sat inside Breathing Room is the fact that I'm literally sat amongst 28,000 cones that have all been rolled by hand. And I wonder, Anna, how this relates to your practice generally as an artist.
In my wider practice, I spend a lot of time with paper, and I'm particularly interested in making things that were two-dimensional into 3 dimensions, and cones became kind of a fascination. They have an interesting geometry, they never quite do what you want, they never quite tessellate, so there's always like a bit of a battle with them. And for me, there's always that exploration of the dimensionalities that are out there that we can't experience with our consciousness.
So would you say your work generally is quite sensory?
Yeah, I think it's very primal, actually. I think it's very like pre-language, and it's very much about your experience with your own sensory apparatus of the space around you in quite a visceral way.
And that makes sense as well, with you wanting work to be quite accessible as well, and the fact that you want people to be able to experience it on their own terms, maybe?
Certainly, yeah. I think it's actually quite important to hold artwork to quite a high standard in that way, and have different levels that things can be appreciated and enjoyed on. And even if someone isn't interested in the concept at all, I would really like people to be able to enjoy the immersion and the experiential aspects of it.
Right. And of course, as I mentioned, there's 28,000 cones, and they've all been rolled by hand.
Yeah, well, the whole piece is all bespoke, and it's all handmade, and it's all craftsmanship. So yeah, throughout COVID, we've had people working on their own at home, doing little piecework cones for us and things. So yeah.
And the bespoke sort of handcrafted nature is the whole piece, and not just the cones, but the
single part of this huge beast has been handmade.
Amazing. Well, hopefully that gives people a little bit of a flavour into some of the background information about the work. And well, we hope that you might catch us in the future when we're able to tour the piece more widely.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you.